Now we're on. Okay. So, for those of you who wondered why we were offline, I apologize. That's probably one of the biggest problems with this whole idea, is that Michelle's having video problems trying to keep the internet working. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely, we're having the worst luck getting the home internet going. So now we have 2 live streams again. Yeah, well, the first one isn't really that big of a deal. So let's see. Can we go to? Let's see. Here we go. So this is the one that was live that died on you. Right. So where's the live one now? Past live streams. This one, I think. No, that's not it. Okay. So anyway, here's the deal. We are on again. But the you have to fix these technical issues. So, well, that one says we're still live. Yeah. That one says we're still alive. Alright, so, but it seems like it's taking forever to load the damn thing. Yeah, that one says we're still alive. Alright, so, but it seems like it's taking forever to load the damn thing. Yeah, that one says we're still alive. Alright, so. Okay, so now we're on. Let's go ahead and let's try to start doing some work. First of all, I apologize that we had net split again. And that's what it was. It was net split. So for those of you who got lost halfway through, we apologize for that. But I can't do anything about that now. Alright, so Martin wanted to talk about ocean aquatic creatures. Now, he mentioned mermaids, and other ocean monsters, sea monsters. And I have seen a few specials on mermaids, including the fake one that should have been an April Fool's joke on the Discovery Channel, because that's what it was. It was a joke documentary on mermaids. It's not based on any real facts. Okay. Granted, for the amount of money that Discovery spent to make the thing come to be, was kind of crazy. Oh yeah, Loch Ness Monster. I don't know about the last one there. Poco RT1130H30. I don't know anything about the last one. Well, the thing with Loch Ness Monster is it's been covered so many times that I really kind of want to cover things that are not quite as mainstream covered, because I think it'd be kind of interesting. So like Martin's discussion about mermaids actually did kind of interest me. This floor is grubby as fuck. You know what? What? You're right. Well, but unfortunately, I won't be out here that long. I hope. It is pronounced Poco. Oh, okay. I see that now. All right. Okay. I apologize about that. But it still doesn't mean I know anything about it. You still got one of these tie strips on the floor somewhere. Yeah, you should find it before you give yourself a flat. Well, let's see if I can find it. So let me turn the camera towards me where I'm going to be working real quick here. These, wow. Dig this dirty floor. Jeez. Piece of bread. Seriously? Oh, I think I found a piece I was talking about. It's a clothespin part. Well, it's good. That's a clothespin part because instead of the one with all the nails, that would suck. Yeah, there's a piece of wood with nails in it, which you're absolutely right would be extremely painful. So has there ever been, ever since the fake Discovery Channel mermaids document, been any? I don't know why my internet keeps dying on me, but I noticed that it keeps going down. So I think we're gonna have to definitely find another way to deal with the live stream things because it keeps dying on me. So the software is up, but it just keeps dying on me. And when this stream dies, what happens is it creates a whole nother stream all over again. And it's irritating as crap. And there's no easy way to splice them together with the software. So, okay, I'm back on. Now I see me now. And so there's no easy way to splice it together when it dies. Because I don't know how long the timeout delay is. But right now, I'm looking at it and it shows I am on right now. So I don't see why it keeps doing that. But, yeah, I know. It's this software on my iPhone that does it. I should have used the YouTube streaming app. But this phone is the one that has the YouTube streaming app. That doesn't fit into this bracket on this other phone it's sitting in. So it's because this phone's too wide. Yes, Martin, good evening. Sorry about the screw up on your other feed. We were having internet issues. Why don't you bring the other device outside, the internet box out here, and then you can see if it keeps working that way. Okay, I'll do that. Let's go get the internet box at the same time. Okay. So I'm gonna get my phone. I'm gonna bring it out here to the porch with me. Maybe because the signal is getting too conflicted between the other internet and this one. So let's go get this thing here. So anyway, we're talking about sea monsters and mermaids. And, excuse me, Taurus, I know. I gotta feed you and Rusty, feed him and everybody else. So what I'm gonna do is, let me go take my internet thing, this box. I'm gonna bring this out with me on the porch. Because maybe by having it sitting near it, it'll keep the internet connection up because it keeps going down because it's so far away. Because when I stream from the soup kitchen anyway, the internet box is like right there at the table where I'm sitting. So let's see if that helps. So what I did was I brought the box outside here with me so that it'll be right near the phones. Because there's so many other neighbors in the buildings, their Wi-Fi connections might be causing interruptions with my Wi-Fi. So I brought that out here with me. Well, we both do, but I mostly do it. Michelle does have a few basic things she checks. And this is one of those things that drives us both crazy. Not kidding. And the fact is that we never know why the internet goes down like that. Because half the time it never makes any sense why it would go down at all. Considering it's... I think the only reason it's going down is because there's a lot of Wi-Fi hotspots in this building from other tenants. And they... on 802.11g and 802.11n, there's only a few channels and they're all getting clogged up. So how come you usually don't approve my comments? I did approve your comments, Martin. Remember, you just changed that name to Martin. Any comments that generally that are posted that contain tags by default are considered spam. And so what I have to do is I have to reapprove them manually. Or like this one time I approved your video, you comment, you sent me 2 of the same comment. Yeah, I agree with that, but unfortunately this thing doesn't have a video cord. This thing is the LTE format that works good and is fast and gives good latent performance with low latency. The problem is that it's on a channel that there's almost every single channel in the network in this building is in use. And so because of that reason, because all the channels are in use, there's not much I can do about it except to just try to keep the internet working as it is. And so that's the way it works that way. Says anyway, yeah, I really the links don't work, so I posted the documentary on a playlist on my channel. Okay. Is that the Discovery Mermaid channel you're talking about? Because the Discovery one from the Discovery Channel? Because if it is, that was a that really was more of an elaborate April Fool's joke, if anything. It was almost as bad as Stan Lee's Harpies, except it was a little more convincing. Stan Lee's Harpies, which was played on the Science Channel about 2005, was absolute total garbage. I never saw a movie as horribly acted out as it was. It's not, okay, it's not the Discovery Channel, okay. Well, you know, according to Edgar Casey, he said that when he was involved working with Ra in ancient Egypt, he said that they were doing things like genetic manipulation of animals and humans and creating like things like the chimeras and the harpies and the mermaids and things like that. And everything just got a little bit too crazy. I don't know how much I can determine if that's true because we can't find any genetic history of those. Can't see any kind of undeniable, irrefutable evidence about that, about the manipulations of humans and making into hybrids. But don't deny it. We're doing it now. We're actually creating human brains in pigs, if anything. It's just kind of scary. I can just imagine someday my teacher in a classroom will be Slaptam from Planet Dolan trying to teach me history science class or something. Number 23 Studios. Are you asking me, R11830, or are you asking Martin? I never heard of Network 23 Studios. Like I said, I've been keeping up with on and off with research about the Edgar Casey and a few others. That I watch a lot of different stuff from different places. I never heard of Network 23 Studios. So, I think this chair needs to be closed. It might be. It's not dropping now. No, it's not. But my Fi is getting mighty toasty. Right. Okay. Now, by the way, that reminds me. I gotta bring this up, guys. Right now, I charge this thing all day. It's got a new battery in it. Okay. But when this thing is just about done, we're done. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I did not bring out a mains cord, a mains lead, so I have to be aware of that. It might be ending sooner than we expected because of the internet connection. It's really good, and it's nothing like. Do you think you could spare an hour? I suppose I could spare an hour to watch this sometime. I watch a lot of stuff. Have you ever checked out my 2018 playlist? I've been sharing a lot of content from other providers on the 2018 playlist this year. And so if you take a look at my 2018 playlist, you see a lot more videos than just by me. Okay? So just keep that in mind, that there is other videos out there and the playlists that are not from me. So definitely. Do you have to have this thing off? Playing live streaming in order to watch chats, or does? I don't know. Okay. I'm starting my own podcast soon. You should consider that, maybe. Well, what's our 11H3, what's your podcast going to be covering? What kind of material? Sunlight does have a spelling mistake in her channel name, but I think she made it that way by accident. Well, maybe. I still have her channel on my watch list, or subscription channels. But anyway, the point is that there's a lot of people are probably going to be all upset today because that we're not live streaming and talking indefinitely about different things, and or sitting there and chewing the fat over the normal BS and dealing with phone calls. But honestly, I just couldn't take the phone calls right now anyway, because I'm trying to keep things, on keel. Print. The rest will be ironed out. Okay. Yeah, I think so. And by the way, we are doing the phones on Sunday, because I'll be inside Sunday, because it'll be cooler Sunday. Because let's be honest here, this thing, it's running a little cooler right now. It's running a little cooler right now. Yes, it is. Okay, that's good. But right now, you only got one thing connected. Really? Yeah. Well, gee, that's interesting. Oh, that's right. This is on PinkFast. I think this is on PinkFast. Yeah. Let me check that. That's a great question. Which network are you on? Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Something fast. Okay, good. That's gonna solve a lot of problems with the internet. Okay. Now that we got at least this thing working better, right? Do you think that this is working better now, or do you think this thing is still choppy and suffering latencies and dropped frames? I'm watching a picture on my phone, and it looks like it's doing okay. I'm watching the video on this phone on my home internet, which, as I said, 16 megabits per second down and 1 megabit per second up. And I'm using the MiFi to stream using my iPhone to this, which is the box that connects up the other stuff. So right now, this is only the only thing that's connected to this device right now is the phone, this phone, the iPhone. So the other one's actually streaming onto the home internet. So, but I mean, I don't know how well it's working. I wish it could be confirmed. I knew if it wasn't just wasting my time. I have a question, Michelle. Go ahead. What's your question? Martin, what's your question? Mr. Pussy Kitty. Yeah, Mr. Big Cat. Mr. Big Shit. Okay, he's gonna jump. Oops, you might see the picture shake a little. He's Rusty's big cat. Mr. Big Cat. See him over there? Okay, so, I'll try to keep things serious. So, Martin, what is your question? Okay? Yeah. $7:38. Are you going to try to splice these two chats together somehow? If I can figure out how. I don't know how right now to do that. But I would like to. If I can figure out how. I don't know how right now to do that. But I would like to. One of the things I noticed that when I'm not using the tri-clip microphone is I don't sound so deep and with bassy voice, which is fine because I think that voice makes me look more aggressive than I really am, and I noticed that. Okay, so let's see what his question is. It says, "They spell that word." Okay, in other words, okay, what he says here. My question: have you ever successfully guessed? Yes, I have. Very simple spells. It has nothing to do with weather, by the way. I've done spells of weather too. I've cast healing spells. I'm not a full-time healer, but I can do healing works too when necessary. So I can do healing spells as well. Well, let's see. The one woman though, she was having a really bad case of arthritis, and I laid my hands on her afflicted joint, and I was able to absorb the negative influence out of her leg. But you know what? When you do that, the magic word is absorb. Well, guess where it ended up? Yep, my leg. So that's one of the reasons why if you're going to do any healings, be aware that whatever you do to remove somebody's affliction, you're going to get it because it has to go somewhere. But even before that time, I still already had aches and pains in my leg. So basically what I did was I added more pains and aches to my leg, which I didn't really want. But this woman was in a lot more hurts than I was. So she really had no choice, but she really needed my help. But right now I'm doing better. Okay. I am a black magic, so what you asked on how to protect myself. Okay. I'm a victim of black magic. What is your opinion on how to protect myself? Besides the obvious, I'm actually praying to the Divine Mother and Father God and your guardian angel and for the principalities and thrones to protect you from the dark forces of the devil. That certainly is the most important thing, is make sure to get yourself, or Jesus, to wrap yourself around you like a mantle of protection, okay? And then, if you think that the dark energy is within your home, what you can do is burn some sage. And there's also another way to do is you can burn a black candle on one in a little bit of water. And when the candle burns down into the water, it will snuff out the flame. At that point, the black candle is going to absorb all the negative energy in the home, and then what doesn't quite necessarily work as good as the sage, but they can be burned together. So you can burn sage and the black candle on the water to absorb the negative energy that surrounds your home. Also, they would suggest sprinkling of salt. Now, that's more of a Christian thing, but if you bless salt, which represents the earth, I mean, sure, you can throw real, standard topsoil in your house if you want to, but you gotta bless the dirt first to make sure that it is charged with positive energy of the spiritual realm. And when you do all that, the negative spirits, it's like it sets down a perimeter that the negative spirits are not going to cross, because they don't want to cross that, because it takes energy from them. I don't normally do readings. I'm not really into readings. So, I mean, I'm not a clairvoyant, okay? I have clairaudience, not clairvoyance, which is different. So I can't do a reading for Martin, because I don't have the ability of doing a reading. But when I hear clairaudience, means that I can hear voices from the other side, and I've talked to spirit guides, which is Mother Asna, Lumi's spirit guide is Mother Asna. I've talked to my father from the other side. I've talked to other people's parents that passed away. But when it comes to clairvoyance, I don't have it. I can't give you a reading of the future, okay? And I don't really know you well enough to figure out who I'm supposed to talk to. That's one of the most important things, is that when you're trying to put out an all call, a generic all call, it's like, when you randomly dial phone numbers, okay? You don't know who's going to answer that phone, okay? So when you say just randomly dial digits on the phone and you're trying to reach somebody, you'll reach somebody, but is it necessarily going to be somebody that's going to be out there to be a good resource, or is it somebody who may have ulterior motives? So, but like if I got to know Martin's personality, but personally meeting up with him, I know he lives in Canada. He lives in the Toronto area. It would give me being able to sense his energy, sense his spirit, and sit down and feel comfortable with the person. I have to feel comfortable when I do any kind of connection to the other side with people, because if I feel that the person is just trying to basically play me like a cheap fiddle, and they're not sincere, I'm not going to do a reading. Because a reading takes so much energy out of me, just to contact the spiritual realm, that I just don't want to sit there and waste my time doing readings, which it's not readings, they're more of hearings. In other words, I listen to the other side. I talk to the spirits on the other side. So it's not really a reading. It's just like, I can call a reading, but it's not. It's a hearing. Well, like I said, I don't really know you at all, R11H302. It's better to do it in person. You can try doing a reading for me. Some people have the ability to do this by remote sensing or remote seeing. I don't have that ability. I'm a weather stewardess. That's my main working. I also can do some healing. I'm not really into doing readings. I do some channeling once in a great while, but it's, again, it's not something I would say is a regular thing to do channeling, if that makes any sense. I have a feeling you have someone named Rachel who wants to talk to you. I don't really know any Rachels. But, you know, if you think she's got to say something, then let's hear the message anyway. Because I'm open to almost anything. By the way, if you can do readings, and I know I gave part of the answer already, Merton, who is that lady I talk about at the soup kitchen so much? The blonde-haired lady. Now, if you have access to the other side, and you have access to the spirits of those people, ask them who Michelle's friend is, the one that she keeps secret. Ask them to show you a vision of my friend, because my friend will not even show me a picture of herself on my YouTube channel. Okay? I'd like to hear what they have to say about that, about my friend, that I have mentioned many times on my YouTube channel, and see what they say, who she is, and maybe why she's afraid. Do you have any reason? No. Yeah, that's an idea. Yeah. Why don't we ask you about Pete? And why don't I actually ask you about my lady friend at the soup kitchen too? Who is this Pete guy? Who is TNCC? Let's ask that question too. Who is TNCC? And where is TNCC now? I have been on MMD Archives lately, and it is a ghost town. There is no content. There's no new content on MMD Archives. Did he finally decide that it was time to basically hang it up because I wasn't going to play by his game? Or does he think it's a worthwhile endeavor to sit there and do those kind of baloney that he was doing? So that's the question, is what is going on with this Pete guy? You know? It's working now. Yes, it is. Okay, so it's not dying. It's not dying. Alright. Right. Yeah, well, my lady friend's first name I told you on my YouTube channel a couple times is Patty. Patty. Okay? But, can you find out her last name? Here's a hint. It's French. It's not American. It's France. Is pure French from France. It's not an American name at all. So ask your spirit friends. See, this is a good way I can determine if somebody really has the right information. Is since I'm only giving you just enough material, is if you really, really have a fine sense of clairvoyance, clairaudience, that you can actually pull out the information pieces that I didn't give you. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, by the way. And I understand that that is really hard to discern and be absolutely sure. But yeah, why don't we find out what's going on with TNCC and Pete? Because I kind of want to know what's going on with TNCC. A great-grandmother. I don't know about great-grandmother, but she definitely is an aunt. She definitely also has children of her own and grandchildren. But she's not a great-grandmother. Okay? And she's actually only 10 years older than me. And she's a very, very pretty little thing. I mean, you heard her voice in my channel one time when she said, "Don't make a fool out of yourself," right? That was her. Now, also, if you look in the video, you will see Patty, because she unintentionally got recorded in a live stream. So if you look at one of the last few live streams in the soup kitchen, and you see this little blonde coming over to the table, that's Patty, okay? She didn't mean to get caught on film. She didn't even know she got caught on film. But that's the only piece I have of her, and it's pretty good, I guess. It's bad. Do you see my communication? Yeah, I see your list. Okay. Okay. No. No, definitely not. It does not start with an L. It starts with the letter D. Okay? It starts with the letter D. Okay? I can give you the two first letters. What are you playing? Digital Hangman? Doug, if she finds out you're doing that, she will personally skin you alive. Okay. Well, yeah, it's possible. Okay. First initials, two initials, letters of her last name. D-E. There you go. And there's 4 more letters after that. As I said, she comes from France. She was born and raised in this country, but she is of pure French ancestry. Okay? So she is not French Canadian. She's from France. Her family is directly from France. Okay? That's all I'm going to tell you. Alright, so let's see. I don't know. I know I know a dog named Rachel. That is, an actual canine. And she was friends, and we had Dan and Tom, Amon, and they were going out with another girl, but their beagle was named Rachel, and it was a dog. So, it's not a human person. Nope. No to both the cases are 11830. It's incorrect in both cases. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the least important part right now. And the thing is I still want to know what happened to TNCC and what happened to Pete. Does anybody know? Because I sure the hell don't have a clue. Well, wait, if you want to see what my cat's up to. Here he is over there. These dawn to dusk lights, they go on and off like 2 or 3 times before they stay on, so I don't know why that is. You don't have to keep telling me wait. Because that's distracting. What do you think is going on in TNCC? Me? Yeah, you. I got the impression that he got sick and tired of it. I think he realized that what he was trying to do on the channel isn't gonna work for him. That he was trying to make fun of, what is this? This is a wrapper. Oh, it's fingernail gels. From Dory's fingernails. I don't know. I mean, that's a great question, because I mean, if Patty is, no, the last name R11830 is more my name than hers, except my last name is Dalene. It's not Delaney. Okay, now that's an Irish name anyway. As I said, Patty's last name is French, not Irish. Anyway, me and Patty, by the way, on Friday are going shopping to get some groceries for the house because she has a car, so she'll be taking me to the store. I get some food items because the new CSP program from the people at Woodwind is a giant clusterfuck. It's not working for me. Well, yeah, Patricia DE with the 4 question marks, that would be correct. In French, de means the word in English of, OF. So, in other words, her last name is of the region of France. Okay? But since it's a 4-letter word, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be anything like a long place name. Okay? I'm not going to take it away. Now, me and Patty, by the way, are friends. We're not relationship. I just want to make sure you understand that. But, sometimes I wonder if we maybe, because the way she looks at me, it's like she's sitting on the fence on that. It's like part of her is like, I looked into her eyes and I could sense emotion. I can sense excitement, actually, in her eyes. But I don't know if it's because she just wants to hang out or if she wants to be more than just friends. And I don't know that part. I've been fooled before, so I don't want to get fooled again. And if she wants to be more than friends, that'd be great. No. Nope. No, I haven't. Honestly, I have not seen her nude. Most of the time I see her, she's always dressed well. She's always nicely dressed. And she really, really is very well dressed. She's about I think she's about 5 foot tall. Let's put it this way. Her personality and mine really gel really nice. As I said, I look into her eyes and I see something in her eyes that's like a big, oh, I know exactly what I'm thinking, and you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking, and you know what I'm thinking, so you know what you're thinking, kind of thing. Where we have a sense of commonality, like, oh yeah, I know what you're thinking. And it's like, she's like, we click, we gel, we get along great. But officially we're just friends, and that's fine. Later we'll flick on off one more time, and then I'll be on. Because what it is when the dawn to dusk sensor kind of gets confused, because the light itself turns on and off the dawn and dusk sensor. Okay, now it's stay on pretty much, because it's now dark enough outside that it'll stay on. She is not someone you should trust. Yeah, she does. Well, I am aware of the possibility anyway. I already can sense that there's definitely some kind of a little bit of a conflict in her spirit. I already picked up on that. See, right now she's kind of needy. She's not clingy. She's fiercely independent, but she's kind of like, well, I could use my help right now, Michelle's help right now, because I'm having issues in my life. Michelle needs my help because she's having issues in her life. Whereas Michelle is honest and tells everybody what's going on, I'm not going to speak out in public and tell everybody about what's going on in my life, because I want to keep it quiet. But Michelle doesn't seem to do that. Michelle seems to get on her live stream and goes out there and sends out an SOS to everybody out there on the internet. Yeah, you do. I do. Okay, so the point is that so we're dealing with a very private person. Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of. Yes, by the way, Patty is blonde-haired. In fact, she just bleached her hair so that it looks like my own hair, which is kind of interesting. And so she has the same blonde hair I have, maybe a little, just a tiny bit more yellow in it. I don't think she wanted to go quite as blonde as me. Well, Dory's not here right now. Dory's at her friend's house right now. She's not here. She's in a completely different building. All the way, 5 miles away from here. So she has no ride home. She won't be home until tomorrow. Well, take the message right now and send me a link to it, or send me a comment on the message, and I'll pass it along to Dory when she comes home tomorrow. She won't be home tonight. So take a message and send it to my email address, which is bichele3@gmail.com. That is bichele3@gmail.com. And we'll see what we can do with that message. And I see Dory tomorrow. As far as what you're saying about Patty, possibly having ulterior motives. It's not new. Like I said, I think she's conflicted right now. But I definitely got a cat crawling up my arm. What are you doing, Fame? Come on. Ugh, I know I gotta feed you guys, don't I? Yeah, I gotta feed you guys. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't push my button now. Don't knock us offline. That would suck. Really. Cats, those Fame's here. So. Michele was the name from a character from one of my books that I wrote called Marcus World. Marcus World was, to me, originally was a Star Trek The Next Generation fan fiction. And she is a Klingon human hybrid child. Her mother is pure Klingon, her father is Italian American that fell in love with her mother, which is named Mali. And so they decided to name their daughter Michele instead of using a standard Italian name such as Michela. They decided to kind of make a name that was kind of a crossover between the two. So you have a lot of Klingon names have the B and accent mark. So if you actually spell it, it's actually B accent Ichela. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't usually use the accent in English, so it ended up becoming the spelling you know it as. But if you pronounce it that way without the accent, it sounds like bitch-a-lot. And some people jokingly say it means bitch a lot. Or you do bitch a lot. Sometimes you do, especially. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, yes, I do bitch a lot. Okay, so I haven't uploaded it to the internet because I still think it's kind of not finished. There's actually two versions of Marcus World. The Marcus World that is available would be more complete is it's the second edition. The first edition got lost. I think the first edition was more exciting because it got into a lot of satire and humor, and I think it was really good. But the second one has some advantages too, but because it gets to show some of Michele's smarts and electronics and putting things together, just like me. So Michele has these smart skills and electronics, just like I do. So it's really a really good book. I need to call Dory. This is very important and has been... Well, unfortunately, I can't reach her right now. I just told you that. So you're going to have to just, like I said, send me a text message if you want to keep it private about the message for Dory, and I'll pass it along for her. Because right now, I can't do anything else about it. So just contact me at bichela3@gmail.com. And by the way, why is the bichela3? Well, because somebody already had the name Michele, and somebody else already had the name Michele too on Gmail. So I chose to use Michele3 because we had the same problem going on with Yahoo, where that Michele ended up being used. So 1 and 2 were used, so I ended up having Michele3 on Yahoo, I still do. So I have two email addresses that have the same first part, which is bichela3, and the difference is one says at yahoo.com, and the other one says at gmail.com. The at yahoo.com is kind of retired because of the fact that the people over there at Yahoo are circling the drain where the Gmail one is the main one I usually use for my channel here. No, I do not. I don't have her phone number. Because she has no minutes on her phone. So, explain that to your spiritual contact that you'll have to write it down and pass it along in a message, because the person has no minutes on their cell phone plan to get a direct connection, and then that person will get the message when she comes home tomorrow. So, okay. Ask that person to send a message to you to give an email. Explain it to them that she's not there. It says you need to write it down so they can contact her. A lot of times spirit worlds will try to contact her multiple times. Yeah, they will. If they really think it's important, they will try to reach her multiple times. But today, she's not here, so there's no way I can pass the message on directly. Right. You gotta fix those internet cables, though. Eventually, in that closet. Those cats keep knocking everything onto the floor. Yeah, I know. Well, right now, it's secured for the time being. So, like I said, I can't pass the message right now. Okay, now, back to the main gist. Do you have anything on what's going on with Pete from the Soup Kitchen or from TNCC? I'm curious. What is TNCC up to? What is Pete up to? Okay, that's the question. Because I'd like to know where TNCC is, or for the matter, Mr. Laugh. I haven't seen him either lately. Okay, so we got 3 people that I'm kind of curious about. Okay, the first one is TNCC. The second one is Mr. Laugh. The third one is Pete. Okay. Well, unfortunately, the ghost is only allowed one visit, and she can no longer talk to Dory because she will no longer be allowed. Actually, they can come back multiple times if necessary. Ghosts are not necessarily tied to that, because Mother God will allow that to happen if they feel it's important. So, everybody on the other side has the ability to reach out to loved ones and family members. It's just that it takes so much energy to do it. It's exhausting for them, but they can come back once they feel revitalized and refreshed. But usually that's how a lot of them watch us, what they're doing. Is sometimes they'll kind of watch us quietly, like a live studio audience, possibly, but they don't have to become physical form. So, like Michelle always senses that there's people around her all the time. Like they say out here, it's almost like there's people watching this video on this live stream, besides on like YouTube, but rather they're her father. She picks up the energy that he's looking down from the other side and watching this live stream and going, wow, what is Michelle really doing with all this? This is crazy. All these people that she's trying to talk to, you know, because my father, Michelle's father, doesn't know anything about computers or technology. Of course, my father sure didn't. It's because when your father passed away, he passed away even before Samuel Morse created a telegraph. Correct. Okay, so it was before electricity. Correct. He didn't have electricity in 1835. Okay, we didn't have even gas. We didn't even have city gas in Helsinki or in Kampi at the time. So we didn't have any kind of gas. We had mostly lit our homes with oil lamps, or usually burning things like cod oil, or we would lit our homes with candles. City gas didn't come into existence in Helsinki until about 1860s, 1870s, when the city started to install major gas lines and stuff. But then the funny thing was that they didn't go very far because it was with the permafrost and stuff. The ground was just too hard to break through the permafrost. So what was done is it costed so much money to put gas works in that most people in Helsinki kind of remained using candles. Although some people did invest in acetylene generators to generate their own acetylene from calcium carbide in their homes. Usually the well-to-do had that. And in downtown in Helsinki, they did have some gasworks, but it wasn't much. No. Okay, well, let's get back to this here before we get too crazy at that. Can you scroll up and read my original message about someone named Jackie? I read something about Jackie, but you didn't really say. He said her name is Jackie. That's what you said. The ghost only allowed one visit. Someone named Jackie wanted to tell her Dory that the whole thing about the reading with me and how Jackie wanted to talk to you. Okay. I'll have to see what I can do to pass the message on. Hi, Beaver Time. How you doing? Yeah, we're outside here on the porch today because we had a high today of 32 degrees Celsius. It was really kind of smoking hot. So instead of sitting inside the studio and basically breaking a hot sweat, we decided to come out here onto the porch. And we figured this way we could do something useful and still stay cool. And at the same time, give my cats, like Rusty up here or just rub my shoulder here, some attention because Torres is in the house. So, let's see what I can show you. You can see Rusty over there on my shoulder here. That's him. That's him. That's Rusty the cat. He's laying right next to my head. So, and let's see. So, all you have to do is let Dory know someone named Jackie wants to talk to her. Okay. I'll ask if she knows someone named Jackie that may possibly be a relative or somebody maybe a friend that has passed away. Alright, so let's talk about what we were talking about. A lot of different things tonight. Which, number one, is we were discussing, obviously we were talking about clairaudience and clairvoyance. Since I'm not capable of reading my own future, I have no ability to do clairvoyance at all. I want to know, Martin, is what do you think is going to happen to me in, say, the next 5 years? Where do you think me and this lady are going to be in 5 years? I can answer that. I think. You think? I think I can, yeah. You and Patty will probably be where you are right now. No, closer together. Oh, maybe a little closer together, but I don't see any major events happening. That's depressing. Yeah, well, it happens. It happens. What do you think it means that Trump hires Clinton's impeachment lawyer? George, you talking to me or are you talking to Beaver Time? I know George is still alive. I know two Georges are still alive. I don't know any other Georges that have passed on. Okay. What's the message? As I said, I don't know any Georges personally that have passed away. The ones I know are still alive. Raymond. R-A-Y-M-O-N-D. Raymond. Same last name as me, Dalene. Oh, I suppose it would make sense if my dad would probably... He could talk to you directly. Yeah, usually. Unless I'm all butt licked up or something. Then I can't talk to anybody. Because I can't hear anybody when I'm not feeling well. Does anyone from beyond want to talk with Beaver Time? That's a good question. I don't know. So Merton Beaver Time wants to know if there's anybody from the other side that wants to talk with him. By the way, who is this Patricia Lanham anyway? Several people mention that name. I don't know any Patricia Lanham. Who is she? Go ahead. I have several uncles. I have Ernie, Ole, Kenny. I think Kenny's still alive. Uncle Johnny. I think he's still alive too. So I have a lot of relatives on my father's side, and all those are my father's side family members. Well, Johnny is married to his sister, which is my aunt. Her name is Anne Marie. Seems like your viewership is dropping. Well, it may seem like it's dropping, Lamar, because it is dropped a little bit. But you know what? I think it's going to go up and eventually because it's cyclic. Because remember, one of the people that we have not seen anymore is TNCC has not been on. We don't know where TNCC is. Okay? He hasn't been here. Ruben Whatever decided to leave, asked it out on the wire. So they're gone. That's 3. We are at 262 subscribers. As I said, it's a cyclic issue. It's not like a major exodus where we lost over 50% or even 10% of our audience. At the high point, we're up to 266. We can still easily hit 266. As long as people share these videos with their friends and their family and their loved ones, there's a good chance that new people will come onto the channel and that those people will share those videos with their friends. But lately we haven't really been doing a lot of exciting stuff. So this is probably the most unusual video live stream that we've done. Because we're covering topics such as spiritual divination and clairaudience, and we're going to talk originally about mystical creatures like the mermaids and things like that, and we went into further things. Okay, so he says, is Anne Marie? Yes, she is. My aunt is still alive. I am trying to do healing here, reading here. I know you are. Okay. Yes, my Aunt Anne Marie is still indeed alive. Beaver Time says, Martin, he wants you to do him too. I want you to do reading for him also. So, if you can, do reading, that'd be cool. Okay, we are down to 3/4 of a tank of volts. It is 8:27 p.m. And so I'm going to definitely say by 9 o'clock we are going to end, because I don't like to get my batteries below 50%. So just be aware that we are down to about 3/4 of a tank of volts. Let's see. What do you think of Tian's? Michelle is very interested in his whereabouts. I thought the video he left of Michelle was super funny. That's the last one that he did? Michelle, reading is over. Okay. I think what it is Martin, is that you got a lot of people now that are interested in you doing a reading on them now too. So could you do a simple one for Beaver Time? I don't know anything about the gentleman myself. I don't know anything about his background. I can tell you that my friend Patty, I think is very special. I mean, we already mentioned that, and I think that, I think she has several things going on in her life that she's kind of not discussing. As far as Lamar's claim about the subscribership being cyclic and dropping and raising up, okay. It says, is Sherry going to be with Dory? You talking about for Sunday? I don't know who's going to be here on Sunday. Okay? I have no idea who's going to be here Sunday. I got a suspicion that Dory will be. But Sherry was here earlier today talking to Dory about jewelry. So we didn't do a video on it because they were discussing jewelry pieces, and sell jewelry pieces. So it wasn't like it was going to be a video over the content. So I think Dory and Sherry are thinking about kind of doing a collaboration together. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube or not, but just let you know that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. He says, well, that Michelle says she was going. What? 10/18 June. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that one. Okay. Says Michelle, the readings already. It says phones would have been. Yeah, but I'm not going to put a phone out here and sweat my ass off and then try to, or sit inside in the hot room when I have no air conditioning inside, when the height was high of 32 degrees Celsius. Nobody is going to sit in that room and sweat their ass off like that. It's not going to happen. It was just too hot, I mean, way too hot to do that. That's why we were out here on the porch instead. But we will be cool enough on Sunday that we'll be back in the studio again. So Sunday we'll be in the studio video, and I thought this one was a little nicer because it was a little less stressful, and we got a chance to focus on other topics. They should do QE. Well, I can see what they want to do, because I know that Sherry does not actually normally show her her pieces of jewelry on the YouTube. Dory has shown her pieces on my last Beatcast. She showed some of her jewelry beads, her beadwork, on my channel. So yeah, it's possible. But you're right, some of the videos on QVC is actually already pre-recorded too. So when they do them on the QVC channel, a lot of the pieces are actually recorded, and then you just put them together the same day as a segment. Most people don't realize that. It's not like a home shopping club. Home shopping club does it live, where QVC personally records them. So that's what goes on here. By the way, I got one other topic to cover, and that has to do with that Poppy in Mars-Argo. For those of you who don't know who that Poppy and Mars-Argo are, they both worked with someone named Titanic Sinclair. That Poppy's working with Titanic Sinclair right now. Originally, Titanic Sinclair was working with Mars-Argo. Mars-Argo has filed a civil case in the state of California against Titanic Sinclair for assault and battery, copyright infringement, defamation of character, and other things. And I wonder why in the hell, since she was physically assaulted by him, that she didn't file criminal charges against Titanic Sinclair instead of just filing a civil suit. Wouldn't she be able to at least make sure to get him locked up, cuff him, and stuff him? Or does she think it's not worth it to file criminal charges against him? I don't know. But if I was her, that's exactly what I'd do. Which do I think is better looking? I think Mars-Argo is actually better looking than Poppy, because Poppy, I think her demure attitude just doesn't really make any sense. Whereas Mars-Argo is really a blonde. Poppy is a bleached blonde, kind of like me. Okay, so the difference is, of course, is I got a full head of brains, so. But that's because that's part of Poppy's act. She wants to act stupid. Let's see. Don't forget, too, one other thing is that I can give you the real names of Mars-Argo. Her real name is Brittany Sheets. The real name of Titanic Sinclair is Corey Mixter. And the real name of that Poppy is, let's see. Well, her last name is, I forgot what her last name was Perina. Her last name. I forgot what her first name was. But anyway, so I'm keeping up with that, see what's going on. It says here, would you like me to... Okay. Remember, Dory said she was going to be in something, was going to drop by. Let's see. She said that yes, she was here today. Yes, she was here today. And they were working deal about collaboration. Let's see. Let's see. What is this? There's so much energy. I don't need to describe the energy because I agree that. Okay. Let's see. What is our elimination? It says poems would have been nice tonight. Well, we'll be on Sunday, so we'll be inside Sunday. Let's see. Would you like me to describe what I experienced with you? What do you mean by experience with me? I know Poppy. She looks like the porn star Naomi Woods. Good times. I don't know exactly who Naomi Woods is, but if it weren't for those tight ass yeses he dropped and cupped, I'd be mad as hell. Who's that? I might be doing videos explaining some very important things and meetings in a few months. Would you like to subscribe? Yeah, well, I can find your video when I go ahead and click on this channel, as long as it's going to stay here. And Beaver Time says yes. Anyway, would like me to talk about what I personally experience when I do these readings? You can, but make sure you understand that we have to watch out for the fact that this battery of my Wi-Fi is getting kind of low. So it's about it's almost at 50%. Right now it's close to 75%. So, and that's that. I have no idea how my phone's doing. So let me check the phone here. Yeah, my phone is on the my phone is just about fagged out too, so I'm gonna have to get ready to find a way to charge that. Where's your purse? Oh, did you bring that thing inside? I don't think so. Oh, that's laying on it. Excuse me, Dusty. You're laying on my hardware. Let me give my cell phone a jump. One of these big Clive power banks. So, because this poor phone, his battery is running down. This really takes a lot of energy to do this. Okay. So, okay, I'm going to basically end up giving my phone a heart attack, but basically it's charging right now, so anyway, you can actually put this thing straight up, so that's better, so it won't stress the cord so bad. Yeah, okay, except these keys want to go back down on the ground. That's better. Alright, so I just fixed it for right now. If you haven't watching entitlement mentality evidence, what I might be okay. I saw that it says with experience when I do these readings. Michelle, I guess you could cover it if you want. I feel a bench behind me, usually sometimes in front. What do you mean by a bench? You mean like a court bench kind of thing, or if you, and then of course I'm watching Lamar's too, so I'm trying to figure out why it's the North American. It says I feel a bench behind me usually. What do you mean by bench? Question. What do you mean by bench? Well, right now, guys, I'm going to be honest and say our batteries are getting kind of low, so we're going to have to get ready to go inside soon. Because I don't know how long our internet's going to stay working. So I usually feel a bench around me and a gate next to my spirit guide. Ruth waits in front next to the gate and filters the people coming in when the person comes in. Okay, that makes sense, like a queue. Okay, you mean like a prescription counter like at the pharmacy. They sit down on the bench and talk, and I then usually stops to hand a message over to the person. Okay. Now, by the way, okay, everybody, it sounds like it's all time for all of us to kind of get ready to wrap it up for today. Are you guys going to be joining us on Sunday, normal time in the studio? We will have the phones online at the normal time on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. So we will be able to do the normal live stream actions and things like that. So, you want to say, does it, okay. They're different powers, Lamar. They're different powers. Okay? Everybody has abilities. They're not all the same. If everybody had the same abilities, the world would be pretty boring. Okay? So they're different abilities. And it doesn't make him or me or anyone else better than the other person. It just means that we have different abilities. And that's important to remember. That we all have different abilities, and it doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, cool. And as I say, we'll have our phone working. And we did finally improve the cable for the Facebookers. As you can see right here, this cable. I improved it. I'm not going to bore you with all the inner details of what I had to add to make this thing work. But if you really want to know, I could describe it. Actually, I did describe it in one of the videos. I don't want to describe it right now. Anyway, I got it working. So, and it's also useful for another reason. Completely different. Which is, if I plug this into my iRig Pre now, okay, and I plug this into my iPhone, the one that's doing the video, and I plug my Behringer mixer into this main output jack on the mixer, it will send the sound of the mixer into the iPhone. And so this thing allows me to use it for both playing conversations from the phone to the computer or to the mixer. It also can play the sound from the mixer, like all the microphones, to the phone when it's doing the recording. So right now I'm not using it at this point because we don't need it right now. But I did get that working. So I had to add a capacitor to the circuit, a 220 microfarad capacitor, a picofarad capacitor. Okay, let's see what else one says. Remember, usually the biggest abilities are the least interesting of all. There are daily abilities like helping others. Absolutely. Michelle, how are you going to get the ice fields in 3 days? I already told you that I don't think this guy is sincere, and I don't think it makes any sense to try to basically bust my ass trying to do something that is not even going to be real. He's not real, guys. He's just another person and playing games. We have not seen a single person on this channel in person, and he certainly I have not seen in person. And Pete, I have not seen in person. So I think, if anything, I think he's just another guy who's just trying to feel better about himself, which I can understand. But the thing is that I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, my season's over anyway. I can't even do any workings on May 5th. I don't have the ability to do workings after my season ends on Ostara, okay, which is March 20th, March 21st of each year. So I can't do anything after Ostara. My season's over. My working is done. Okay. And that's important to remember. Since I have no ability to do any working anyway, even Mother God agreed with me that there's no realistic reason to go all the way and break my neck trying to do something when I do not have the abilities officially until Yule of 2018. So there's no real reason to rush out and do something like that because I can't do any workings with it anyway. So, oh, gee, that's nice to know. I gotta feed my cats. Yeah, I know. You gotta eat dinner, huh? How you doing? You want to talk about washed up old wrestler? Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Cat. I gotta get ready to feed my cats. They're hungry. Let's see. No, it's still an honorific. It still exists as title. If you host by letting everyone know that it's that kind. In case you don't realize it, guys, I haven't even used the title much in my videos at all. You guys think I do? I don't. Especially since my season's over for the year. There's no real reason to say North American snoking because my season's over for the year. Alright, so guys, it is time to get ready to head out. I gotta feed some cats. And the internet is kind of running down. So let's just got less than 10 minutes. So if you want to say something real quick, this is the time because I want to get ready to wrap this up for the time being. No, my title continues to exist. So what are you going to tell Dwayne? Well, just do me a favor and remind me. You said something about someone named Rachel. Just do me a favor and just send me a text message, Martin. You know how to do that? A comment. I will get it to the comments. Make sure I can pass on. Oh, the dual arcane. The problem is that at this point, you talk about a washed up wrestler, you're talking about a dead wrestler. Because the fact of the matter is that I have no powers until next Yule. And that's the problem. Okay? And I talked to Mother, and she said to me that she has no proof of this guy. There's no documentation. There's nothing on file. There's nothing at all. Same thing with Pete guy. No one knows who he is. No one can find Pete. Same deal. So she said to me, do not worry about it. Well, you need to ask Mother God. Put a request in. That's exactly how it works. Put a request in. Alright, I gotta feed my cats. They're getting hungry. Mr. Fat Ass here is getting hungry. Yeah, you're getting hungry. Yeah, there he is. You can see old fat ass over here. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Bring the phone up here. Okay, he moved. Oh, here he is. There's Rusty. You seen Rusty? That's my Rusty. And he's getting hungry, so I gotta put some food in his dish. Okay, so for the time being, let's see. Well, right now, the way it is, I gotta get ready to head out and feed the cats because they're getting hungry. The battery is already down on my phone. It's pretty much just running on exhaust fumes. This phone here in my hand is at 77%. This thing, which is doing okay, is holding at 70%, and it's slowly dropping. So I really have to say we're gonna have to end it for now. But I want to thank you guys for watching all this because I got to feed my cats. And so I'll see you guys Sunday. And do me a favor, stay out of trouble. Oh yeah, one more thing. What? I myself was watching this, and I think it went pretty good. It was kind of quiet. It was good for Michelle's spirit and her psyche because she got a chance to kind of keep things from getting too crazy. And that's what sometimes Michelle needs to do that. She has to do a timeout with the phones because it drives her crazy. You think we should focus on Mr. Cat? You want to focus on the cat and with the cat. I want the kitty. I want to show everybody Rusty close up. Since he's sitting right by the phone anyway, so let's do that. Okay? There's Rusty. Yeah, I know. I gotta turn the light on. It's kind of dark. Okay, there's Rusty. Big pussy cat. Okay. So now you came in late. That's why it was lousy. If the wind's all right, but either way, we'll see each other on Sunday, right? Is that lousy? No. It just means that, like I said, we're going to have you on Sunday. And that's what we're going to do. And by the way, how many guys notice my hair colors? Ooh. I know. Looks a little bit like Poppy, right? Doritos, Monster Energy drink. I don't look quite as good as Poppy. Too bad I can't get the other. There we go. It gets me the other right now. Yeah, see, it's got a little blue color. That's my real eye color. It's not a fake eye color. Alright, so for now, guys, thanks for watching this. I will see you guys real soon. See you on Sunday. Stay out of trouble. Okay? So, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, everybody.